Hello, everyone. I just saw this article here and it reminded me of that thing that I always say all the time. Even though some people get angry over it when I say that PDP is a threat to opposition. PDP is one party that has absolutely failed Nigeria right from 2015. If I go back to my Twitter handle now known as X and just go scroll back to my tweets from over 11 years ago, I can tell you one thing for sure. PDP have really failed. And we have Ologunagba says Nigerians eager to see PDP put its house in order. PDP has not been able to put its house together since the 2015 defeat. It's almost PDP is almost like that spoiled child that is the only child of the only child of his or her parents that was spoiled and made that became arrogant, did all sorts of things, and all of a sudden the parents lose all their money and the child just can't seem to cope with life. The child is now an overspoiled, overgrown adult that just can't seem to work. That is what the vibe that PDP gives all the time. Fine, you lost elections, so what? Did you think that you were going to be in power forever? And I don't even know whether who is what. Is it the party or the supporters of the party? They will insult everyone. They will hold everyone responsible, but they will never take accountability for your action. Did you expect that in a democracy that only PDP would be going on forever? You've lost elections and when defeating people before, stand up, get your house together. I remember in 2015, I did tweet to then President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. I'm like, Oga, put your house in order. Don't stay away. Go and campaign for your state governor, because after he lost election, he wasn't interested. He didn't come out. He didn't campaign for anybody. That's not the sign of leaders. And when they started decamping, literally decamping all the way from, they were leaving PDP and entering APC. I'm like, you people say we need two parties. We don't want a one-party state. We need a place in Nigeria where we have two parties that can be giving us credible candidates, and we vote this one today, vote that one tomorrow, get amazing candidates and all of that. But hey, they've not been able to do that. 2021, after the NSAS protests again, I did another long thread to PDP telling them how they need to, reorganize themselves and just make themselves much better, getting youth into the leadership of the party, getting women into the leadership of the party, remove the faces of some places, put Frank Weke Jr., Peter Obi as their presidential candidate, make them the faces of the party. That was what I said then in 2021. At the end of the day, both men that I called ended up leaving that party. But PDP is just there now as if it's not there. But anyway, let us all read what this gentleman is saying. He says Nigerians are eager to see that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has put its house in order. The National Publicity Secretary of the party, Debo Ologunagba, has said. He made this known while addressing newsmen on the preparation of the party's national convention, scheduled to take place from November 15 to November 16. Ologunagba, who is also the secretary of the National Convention Publicity Subcommittee, said that the interest Nigerians have shown in the party's convention demonstrates their love and belief in the PDP. Nigerians are eager to know what the PDP is doing to put itself together as a party, because they see the party's vibrancy as the only way to guarantee the sustenance of democracy in the country. Please, nobody is saying that. You are the ones, who are saying that. Let me just say, by the way, 2023, PDP would have been in office. All they needed to do was use their head and read the room. But of course, PDP being PDP refused to do that and lost the very man that could have given them the ticket. Imagine if PDP had given Mr. Peter Obi, the ticket for the 2023 election. Just imagine. It would have been a home coast. There's no way, no matter the rigging that Tinubu would have done, he would not have been able to rig himself into power. The only thing he would have been able to do would be to reduce the shame of the rigging, the number of loss. The margin is to reduce the margin of loss he would have had. But hey, PDP always been PDP. And now they're thinking about bringing in someone like Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Oh, Lord have mercy. And by the way, What's on the ground is that good luck Ebele Jonathan actually wants to run. Hey, the small elder statesman title that he got because Buhari failed so woefully, not that because he did something good with his term. Because when people keep saying, oh, it was the best, it was the this, you're forgetting that it was the worst at that time, before Buhari became the worst at his time. And the Tinubu is now the worst at his time. I hope this is the worst Nigeria will ever get. I remember when I said, I think somewhere 2018 or 19 or something, I can't remember now, that may Buhari's regime be the worst we ever have. And people couldn't understand the way abusing me. I'm like, okay, so now it's not the worst. Okay, Tinubu has come now. Enjoy. But anyway, let me go back. The forthcoming National Elective Convention is critical to the sustenance of democracy in Nigeria, and that explains the enthusiasm, the interest that Nigerians across board have in our party. We have 16 years of unbroken governance by the PDP. Nigeria believes this to be the glorious era in development and hope to this country that you guys wasted anyway. Under the PDP rule, our debts were paid. We had double-digit GDP growth. We had inflation contained. We have policy that invested in people's human capital development. And it's not talking about the corruption that they had and the insecurity also that they brought in. We had economy that was number one in Africa. And by the time PDP left government in 2016, we had over $600 billion economy. Nigeria was then the number one destination for foreign capital investment. Ologunagba stated that the party members were already engaging with the 15 broad-based subcommittees of the convention to ensure its inclusivity and success. Fielding questions on the speculation that one of the PDP governors will soon defect to the ruling All Progressive Congress, Ologunagba said that the PDP is more than an individual, adding that it can't affect the convention. Ologunagba also maintained that the PDP had concluded its Congress in Edo. He stated that the state Congress was held on September 27 by a committee properly constituted by the party leadership, while the appeal panel was also established to address any concerns from the Congress. He added that perhaps the purported Congress was just a public show to justify the mastermind of those behind the illegality. Honestly, as I'm even talking, I'm feeling drained because as I'm reading it, it's not gelling. You just know that this one is just words that someone has written. But on a very serious note, PDP has really failed the country, has really disappointed the country. The fact that they've not been able to put their ego aside, their selfishness, their capacity to want something quick gain and just focus on the long run, it's also a problem that we've had. I have always been one that been on the fact that PDP needs to reorganize itself. It needs to reform, have a reform and rebrand and rebuild itself into a formidable party, not what it is currently doing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.